Whoa, it is me, Yoshicast. Elements of Justice released a new thing today, and it's called Bonds of Justice, and that side series is really cool and really good. I don't have a lot to say at the start here. I've just been dying in the heat wave all week today, so it was nice getting home from work to be able to watch this. I do know that the episode's going to be surrounded by Sweetie Belle, at least I'm pretty sure. And considering the aftermath, or the events of Crusading for a Turnabout, and the fact that Sweetie Home got sent home early from the investigation, there's probably a lot on the poor kid's mind. There's going to be a lot to talk about, and probably some therapy. I'm pretty sure I saw at the end of the thumbnail too. In the Ace Attorney household, we love therapy. Athena's better be paid overtime for this, my god. So, yeah. This is all going to be a shorter reaction because, Bonds of Justice is shorter in length and not like an hour long. But hey, this is going to be important character building, and we need that. And also gives me more time to think about these upcoming trials because, oh god, I don't want to talk about them here, but trust me, during the next actual episode, I will be. Let's get started.
The sending of the anonymous tip, the break-in at Carousel Boutique, and the framing of Diamond Tiara. It was all planned and orchestrated by Sweetie Belle.
What's the matter with you? What were you thinking, sending that stupid shit to the police? Look at what you've done! I was just trying to save you, Scootaloo! Save me? Oh yeah, thanks for that! It's not like that tip didn't even help me in the slightest! All it did was ruin Turning's life for good! You've taken him away from his mom!
Guard, you have new orders. Carry them out to the full letter. Do not delay for a moment. You are to arrest the pony suspected of conspiring to murder Overall Concept. Miss Rarity.
Rarity!
We have arrived at Ponyville. Passengers who are now getting off, please mind your step as you head out, and don't forget your luggage. Thank you for riding with the Friendship Express.
Finally! Back at Ponyville. It feels kind of weird. Even after spending so long away from Ponyville, wanting every day to come back, I realize I'm not all that happy about being home. What if I even come home too? Rarity. She was taken away. And Scootaloo? She's still Ugh, I can't think about that right now. Twilight's here to pick me up. I can't keep her waiting. But look at all these ponies. How am I supposed to get through all this? All right, gotta move through. Oh, sorry. Excuse me. Little pony trying to get through. It's no use. I'm being dragged away. Athena, up here.
There you are.
Twilight!
I couldn't see you in this crowd at all. I had to fly up to get a bird's eye view on everything.
Twilight, help me!
Hold on.
It's so good
Thank
to see you
goodness I
again!
caught you in time. That was a close call. Good thing my levitation magic came in handy.
Thanks, Twilight. I couldn't go against the crowd at all.
No problem. So, since Rarity is still, she wanted you to stay at my place until everything settles down.
Oh, okay. Thank you for agreeing to take me in.
Of course. Anything for a friend.
Although, I guess it'll be a little awkward when Spike comes back, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Right.
If you want, I can talk to him. Since you'll be staying with us, we don't want things to be awkward.
No, it's okay. Really, it's fine. I don't blame him. Besides, after how awkward it was in Manhattan, I don't think he even wants to talk to me.
Right. Well, this station is still really crowded. We should start heading back to the castle. We'll continue talking there. I want to hear about what happened in Manhattan.
Yeah.
Hey, are you hungry? We can pick something up to eat on the way.
Ooh, yes, I'm starving. I was so stressed all day I couldn't eat at all. Ooh! Can we get something for Mr. and Mrs. Cakes? Maybe some ice cream?
Dessert? It's not even time for dinner yet.
Please?
Oh, you know I can't say no to you. We'll stop at Sugar Cube Corner. Rarity has a thing for ice cream too. You really are sisters. I'll stock up on enough to last the week, okay?
Sure. I sure hope this only lasts a week.
The PMD sound effects are making me happy. Man.
Feel free to make yourself comfortable. I'll bring your luggage to the guest bedroom.
Thanks, Twilight. It's so quiet here compared to the station. No loud noises, no pony around. Last time things felt this quiet was in the detention center. I guess I haven't really had a clear moment of silence since then. I wonder how Rarity is doing there. Oh, she must be miserable. Just sitting there, waiting for your fate to be decided, wondering whether or not you'll be banished? It's the worst possible thing I can imagine.
Sweetie Belle?
Athena!
Athena!
Hey, girl!
Hey,
Been a while.
are you doing all right just now? It looked like you were thinking pretty heavily about something.
Oh, yeah, I'm fine.
Are you sure? You were mumbling to yourself as well.
I said I'm fine. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have snapped at you. Especially after you proved me innocent. I really can't thank you enough. I know I didn't make things easy for you, so I didn't know if—
Sweetie Belle, it's fine. You don't have to say anything else. I appreciate it, but you don't owe me any apologies. One thing I've learned from Mr. Wright is that uncooperative clients are just part of the job sometimes.
Yeah.
Besides, I'm not even sure I want any thanks for how I did.
Huh? What do you mean?
Of course, I'm still glad I was able to get you acquitted, but after the trial, it wasn't the typical feel-good ending I've come to expect after winning a case. It felt hollow. And then Apollo said some things afterwards, and he got in my head. I can't stop thinking about if I could have done anything different.
It wouldn't have mattered. Vina, I understand you feel remorseful. And sure, the truth ended up causing more pain than expected. But everything had to be understood for Scootaloo and Sweetie Belle to be declared innocent.
Yeah.
Turning Page would have had to have been separated from his mother, no matter how the truth was revealed.
I know, but it's not just that. It's also how Scootaloo and Sweetie Belle are... I'm sorry, sweetie.
No! It's okay.
Well, now that it's out in the air, I actually wanted to talk to you about that, sweetie.
Communicate, yes.
Oh! Talk about what specifically?
You know what I mean. I'm talking about you and Scootaloo. I just want to check in on how you're feeling about everything. And I don't want to force you to do anything, but I'm seriously worried. You and Scootaloo still haven't spoken a word to each other since the trial. I'd hate for you two to have a falling out over this.
I have to say, I agree with Twilight. I think it'd be a huge shame if you two never made up. And maybe it's a little selfish on my end because I'm guilty of causing this, but...
No! Athena, this whole thing between me and Scootaloo, it's not your fault. So please don't beat yourself up. I brought this on myself. I only have myself to blame. And, of course, I don't want it to stay like this. After the trial ended, I was gonna talk to Scootaloo and Turning and Silver Spoon. But when Scootaloo came running in yelling at me, I don't know, I got angry too.
Perhaps you felt threatened and felt the need to lash out.
Lash out?
A lot of people don't like the feeling of being confronted. It can feel like they're being pushed into a corner. And to get out of that corner, they try to fight back and do their own share of confronting.
Yeah.
And with that said, it'd be good if you and Scootaloo got the chance to talk it out, without it turning into a screaming match.
I don't even know if I'll ever get that chance. After seeing the anger in Scootaloo's eyes, I can tell that she doesn't want anything to do with me anymore. I guess a little part of me has accepted that she and I will never be friends again.
Sweetie Belle, you should know better by now.
Huh? What do you mean?
I mean that at this point, you should know there's no use lying to me.
Yeah.
You can say all you want with your mouth, but you can't control what your heart says. And, to be honest, I don't need a degree in analytical psychology to understand how you're feeling right now. You act like you've accepted things are over, but you actually do want to mend your relationship with Scootaloo. You're just avoiding it.
What? If I really wanted to do it, then why would I be avoiding it?
The mind can actively put things off when we see it as a struggle, even though we know it's not right.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a defense mechanism, to delay any kind of suffering for as long as you can bear.
Wait, no! That can't be!
Do you think it's at all possible that you're using Scootaloo's not wanting to talk as a reason to put it off?
Well,
Come to think of it, you said something similar earlier at the train station. You said how you didn't want to talk to Spike because he was still upset at you.
Yeah.
Sweetie Belle, think about it for a sec. Are you using their emotions as an excuse? An excuse to not have another tough conversation?
What if I just ruin things for good? What if I say something horrible and make Scootaloo even angrier at me? Whenever I think about it, I just think about how badly it could go and how badly I already messed things up. And then my mind drifts off to other things related to that night. I get reminded of how I was almost eaten by timberwolves. And then I get reminded of how I got locked up and my sister's going through the same thing. The world just seems so horrible now. All these bad thoughts just lead me to even worse ones, and it drags my mind away.
Sweetie.
I feel so helpless. I hate that I can't do anything. I wanted to help with Rarity's case, but I couldn't do anything and I got sent away instead. I want to trust Apollo to get it done, but I can't stop my brain from assuming the worst.
Getting sent on a downward spiral, panicking so bad to the point where you can't speak or do anything? Yeah, I've been there before. Multiple times.
Yep.
It's always hard when some pony you care about is in peril. That's a feeling I think we're all familiar with.
There is a way to fix that feeling, though. In my case, I was able to persevere because I had Mr. Right and Apollo by my side. Even if there were moments where seeds of doubt and distress sprouted and grew, without them, I don't know where I'd be right now. Sweetie, I can't make any promises about Rarity, but if it's any consolation, Apollo is one of the most earnest and hardworking guys I know, and I know he'll do everything he can to get the job done.
Yeah.
I'm glad I'm lucky enough to be able to work in the same space as he and Mr. Right, and to be able to trust them for anything.
Speaking from experience, that's really the best way to deal with any tough situation. Rarity, Rainbow Dash, Applejack, Pinkie Pie, Fluttershy, and I. We've all gone through so much together. The moments where we're there for each other, to lift each other up, it makes all the arguments we've ever had all the more worth it.
It's kinda ironic how even the Princess of Friendship herself isn't immune to friendship problems.
If only we always got along perfectly. To be honest, the only reason I have that title is because of everything my friends taught me. I wouldn't have any of it if it weren't for those 5 mares. Without them, I'd be nothing. And no matter what kind of struggle I go through, all I need by my side are my 5 best friends. And then, everything before that seems so complicated, so messy. It all becomes simple.
Twilight, you think me and the CMC could go back to being like that too?
Sweetie, part of me would love to tell you that everything is definitely gonna work out in the end. But truth is, I can't guarantee things will go back just how they were before. I don't have some omniscient knowledge on everything related to friendship. Maybe things will be a little awkward from now on, but one thing I do know for certain is what you 3 fillies have is incredibly special. The CMC have gone through so many trials and tribulations together. It would be a shame to throw all of that away. And I think you know as much as I do that friendship is something worth struggling for.
That's all life really is. Just a never-ending series of struggles. But
True.
when we pick our struggles wisely, we can always make things better.
It's time to stop running from the problem. It's a great start that you acknowledge your torts, but the next step is action. In times where we feel like we can't do anything, we have to do what we can. You may not be able to do anything for Rarity right now, but it's not too late for you and Scootaloo. How about it, Sweetie Belle? You know this is worth struggling for, don't you? Are you going to?
I still don't know if I'm ready yet.
That's fine.
Huh? Really?
Like I said before, I don't want to force you to do anything. I'm just glad we were able to touch base on how you're feeling about everything.
Yeah.
It's fine if these things take time. It'll be a tough conversation. We want to make sure that you two will both be ready for it. Your comfort matters as well, and we really don't want to rush things.
Oh, thank you for understanding, Twilight.
No problem. But do still take what we said into consideration.
Yeah. It's fine to take your time, but if you take too long, that's an easy way for a molehill to turn into a mountain.
Right. Thank you both for talking about it with me.
Of course. I care about both you and Scootaloo so much. So whenever you two need help, you're always free to come ask.
Same here. My duties don't just end in the courtroom.
That's really reassuring to hear. I think I'm gonna go to my room and get some rest. I have a lot to think about.
Sure thing. You've had a really tiring past couple of days after all.
Rest well, sweetie. And keep in mind what we said.
Right.
Ah, man.
Scoots, I really am sorry for what I've done. I owe you in turning a lot of apologies. I just hope that when I'm ready to give them, you'll be ready to accept them.
Man. Yeah. Really good, really good. Communication is important. I really don't have a lot to say. Like, this just hits all the points perfectly, really. This was something that needed to happen, and this conversation between Sweetie and Scootaloo is going to happen at some point. And yeah. And like, I do understand both Sweetie's and Scootaloo's side as well. It was just a lot, very stressful. I forgot to mention this in the beginning, but I have very slowly have started to work my way through the actual show My Little Pony, so I can actually be able to figure out what the fuck half the stuff even means. I just finished season 1. I'm gonna be watching season 2 pretty soon, so you know that's real cool. But yeah, excellent work guys. Just real good. That comes to Mario as well. Just, real good, real good. The key of communication is an interesting one when it comes to Ace Attorney. Because quite a few times things happen because miscommunication. My brain jumped to an opportunity again, and I'm not saying it out loud. Shut up, brain. But, yeah. Overall, a lot shorter here, but you know what? That's perfectly fine. And again, for people working on Elements of Justice, take as much time as you need. We can wait. If you need a few extra days to go off schedule to make sure things line up correctly, or to, other stuff, feel free to. But Case 3 so far has been pretty phenomenal. And yeah, I'm excited to see what's in store. It's probably gonna go a bit more downhill, but hey, at least this month of Justice was a nice rise. They get things a bit hopeful. And hopefully during the actual court cases we can turn things around a little bit, or we can start plummeting downwards much faster. We'll have to wait and see though. See you all next time.